I'm Amy, I'm 55, and I started to see Dr. Maurer when I was getting some peculiar blood tests, and I wasn't really sure I was trusting the answers I was getting on my diagnosis of what was causing it. And it's been really great because I've learned to take ownership of my blood results, and taking ownership has really translated into results. So instead of going to look for a pill or, a therapy that's going to take care of it, you take care of it on your own with exercise and with diet. So the biggest, insight for me when I got my blood results is, I'd been going back and forth on whether I was going to stay on a statin for high cholesterol. And, talking with Dr. Maurer, I started to realize it wasn't just about cholesterol, it's about your insulin, which I'd never looked at. It's very easy for me to pivot off blood tests because, you've always said that nothing is effective if you don't have metrics to live by. So, whether you're in business, in your personal life, it's just the metrics are important, and the only way I can make sure that I'm being honest with myself and improving my health is with my blood results. We started talking about triglycerides, HDL, LDL, insulin, glucose, and all of a sudden when you can start affecting that, you start to realize, it's not about, what your diagnosis is, it's what your health is and what are you going to do to make it health better. So, he started me on some supplements, and the biggest thing was he said to get some fat back in my diet, which I hadn't been doing, take the grains and, all the carbs out as much as I could. That doesn't mean you're nuts and you can't eat a dessert every now and then or a piece of toast, but you really sort of rethink the way you're eating. You have all these other nutritionists telling you, put an apple and a melon and some fruit in a blender, and that just wasn't working for me because my insulin levels are too high. I used to be way too dependent on weight as a measure of my health, and I've completely given that up because with the blood code what you learn is, my most recent blood test, which is the most successful one I've ever had, where my triglycerides had dropped considerably. I'd actually gained 5 pounds since the last time I'd measured. And you realize it doesn't matter. It's like my whole energy levels changed. And even with a higher weight, everything feels better because you're in better shape. So, that's really what makes your clothes feel good, when you've got muscle around your waist instead of flab.